In case you didn't already know, April Fool's Day is 3 days away. Yes, I said that right, and you heard that right. 3 days away. So here are some fun ways you can trick your friends in Minecraft Bedrock Edition. But before I continue, I should tell you that most of these will require at least one add-on, which you'll be able to find from the Minecraft Marketplace, but you'll have to take out either Minecoins or real money for it. So for this first trick, you're gonna need the redstone add-on. And once you have the redstone add-on, you're gonna need any kind of block that doesn't burn, like iron, this block called the entity teleporter from the redstone add-on, any color dye, so for example I have black dye here, and then lastly a bucket of lava. If you're creating this trick in creative mode, you only need one bucket of lava. But if you're doing this in survival mode, you'll probably need like several to a dozen. But for step number 1, you're gonna need to make a 4x5 pit at least. Or you can make your pit bigger. And you're also gonna want to make the floor whatever kind of non-burnable block you have used. Especially if you're building it on grass like I am. And now it should look like this. Then you're gonna want to put one entity teleporter right there. And place a black dye or whatever color dye you've used over it. We should repeat that process right here, wherever you want to do it. And then we're going to want to fill this pit with lava. And do not worry, the entity teleporter will not burn. So we're going to fill it up to the third layer right here. And the reason why is because in the next step, you're going to want to cover the ceiling here so the player cannot swim up. But now, if you get another player to step on this entity teleporter, like this, it will teleport that other player straight into the pit of lava. And if that player is in survival mode, it can lead to an instant death for him or her. So now we are in survival mode, and if we step in here, I instantly burn alive. And of course, like I just said, it eventually leads to my death. Now for this next trick, you're going to need both the redstone add-on and the plenty of blocks add-on. Once you have those two add-ons, you're going to need a black screen block, an entity teleporter, and any color dye. Just make sure if you're building more than one of these planks at once, you should use a different colored dye than the one you used for the last trick. But the first thing you want to do is dig any size hole all the way down to bedrock. Now, you're gonna have to be in creative mode for this next trick. Or step, I mean. But that's because the next step is to break this bedrock. And if you've done this step correctly, you should have a hole that goes straight to the void. But next, where that bedrock just was, is where you're gonna want to put some black screen blocks. Just like this. Next, you're gonna want to cover the walls with black screen blocks. And now that you've done that, yes, I know it looks like an illusion, and it looks like it's full. It's not, though. It's completely hollow inside. But you're probably going to want to raise the walls a couple blocks or so. There we go. And now if you know to get inside, you can place an entity teleporter and dye it. And then you're going to want to try the best you can to close it off with the roof. And after that, you're going to want to put another entity teleporter pretty far away from it and dye it the same color you dyed the other one. Now, if I hop in here, it looks like you're in the void because there's just straight blackness in this cube. Now, this next trick here does not teleport your other enemy, but I'm about to show you what it does do. But again, you're going to need the redstone add-on for this one. And once you have the redstone add-on, you're going to need a note block, a honeycomb block, a redstone looper, a redstone repeater, and some redstone dust. Now, you should wait to do this one until your enemy or whoever it is you're pranking is out of his house. Once he or she is out of the house, you're going to want to sneak in. And I am aware of these things. And this prank will work best if your friend or enemy or whoever it is you're pranking has like an attic or basement. In this case, this house is an attic. So you're going to want to go in the attic or basement or whatever it is. And you're going to want to hide this contraption somewhere where where the other player won't be able to see it. So like for example, there's this huge window right here. we're probably going to want to hide this contraption like over here if your friend or whoever has a similar base. Now, let's place the honeycomb block there and the note block on top. And you're going to want to set the note block to the highest setting possible. And then right in front of it, you're going to want to put some redstone dust. And in front of the redstone dust is where the repeater will go. Actually, let's raise the redstone dust by 1 block like this. And then in front of the repeater, you're going to want to put the looper. Now, do you notice how often it's going off? We don't want it to go off that often. So you can tap on the redstone looper. If it'll work. There, now it's in setting number 2. And it's not going off as often. We're going to want to set it all the way to the 5th setting. So it isn't even going off right now. It goes off like, I don't know, how long? Like 5 seconds? Now if you're in this lower level, you can still hear the contraption. And this will force your friend or enemy to look for the source. And if they don't have that much of a smart memory, they might end up destroying their base just to find it. If that happens, this can literally end friendships. So I warn you not to do this if you don't want to go very far. And speaking of destroying bases and houses, this is what the next trick involves. And I don't want to do this to any of these houses over here, so I'm going to make one over here real quickly. And just like that, we have a base that most 8-year-olds would swear they did not build in creative mode. But anyway, this one can just be done in vanilla Minecraft. And for this one, you're going to want to wait until either your other friend is AFK for at least 20 minutes or completely logged off the server. Then you're going to want to go inside and place some TNT, just like this. And if you want to, you can even take it a whole step further by putting TNT throughout the entire house. Or filling it, is what I should say. Just like this. And you can use anything you want to light the TNT. But if you're in survival mode, I'd recommend you make like a redstone line and a lever. And then you're going to want to flip the lever and run away. This house is about to explode, just like this. It's probably good. Yeah, it's coming over to us, so that's not good either. And that basically turned into an apocalypse. And if that person had anything valuable from the house that dropped, pick it up. And then take it to your base and hide it somewhere where the other person will never see. Now that'll be it for today's video. Make sure to like and subscribe for more.